Welcome to my recap and reactions. My eye just couldn't. It was burning from the hype of the game and for Game of the Year. And I'm sure some of you guys out there aren't really surprised as to what the Game of the Year was. I'm gonna get into it later on. It's gonna be the last thing I talk about. But we have our pre-show. Pre-show. I'm gonna start with first. We got nominations for all the winners. I'm gonna go through that as well, and I'm also gonna talk about all the world premieres because there were also new games that were showcased throughout the show. And I don't know if my eye's gonna burn because I had to stop the video when I was trying to record. It was bothering me. But I'm gonna go through every single game. I personally love this event because it's one of my favorite events alongside E3 to watch. I always look forward to it. And I gotta say, I've been watching the Game Awards for years now, and they took it off of Spike TV. I miss those days when they used to air it on television instead of just watching on live streams. But I still enjoy them nonetheless. But I just wish they still brought it back on TV where everyone could watch it on Spike TV. And I know this is gonna be a late video, so it's probably gonna be it's gonna come out late tonight. But let's get right into it. I'm gonna start with the pre-show announcements, and then I'm gonna also be talking about the nominations with the winners, and then in between was the world premieres of new games and such, even more game trailers. So they kicked off with World War Z, a brand new game. Trending Gamer went to Dr. Disrespect. Now, I don't know anything about him or any of the other Trending Gamers. I never heard of them before. But the winner for Trending Gamer went to Dr. Disrespect. Next was a VR game. Now, you guys already know I don't care about VR. I'm not really into VR. They do have some pretty good games out there, but me personally, I wouldn't be able to handle VR. I'm sure I'd get motion sick, and I wouldn't even really be able to play for too long. I wouldn't even probably make it through a video game that's in VR. Games like Skyrim and Doom and even Fallout. Just games like Skyrim and Fallout, just to name those two all together. Hundreds of hours invested for quests, story mode, and stuff. I don't see many people getting those games from VR because they're really long games, and I can't really see someone playing the same game over and over, all over again, and just in VR. But that's just really a long experience. I don't think someone will probably be able to handle that. And I even heard people who own VR get motion sickness, so that would definitely be me if I owned one. But they showed this game called Vacation Simulator for VR. No release date or anything like that. Best score music went to Nier Automata. So something else I want to say about the video game music really quickly. I love video game music. It's one of my favorite type of music to listen to. And now that this game won best score music, I definitely want to try to probably check out this soundtrack and try to listen to some of the different original soundtracks from the game. Another VR game called Smith and Smitherson's Accounting. I think this was one of the weirdest games I've seen from the show. Weirdest games of the entire show by far. And this game is going to be coming out for VR December 19th. Best sports game was Forza. See now they end up throwing out these nominations really quick. You couldn't even really see what the other nominees were. They just named it really quickly. Best sports game went to Forza. And then they said best VR game was Resident Evil 7. And then the best handheld game went to Metroid Samus Returns. And then immediately after that, they jumped right into a surprise teaser trailer. It's looking like it's going to be a Bloodborne 2 or maybe a Dark Souls game. But a lot of people in the chat were saying Bloodborne 2, all over the stream chat. But I never played Bloodborne before. I never played a Dark Souls game or Demon Souls before. But I'm sure some of you guys out there who played it are really excited for this game. Whether it's Dark Souls or Bloodborne 2, I'm sure everyone's going to probably end up feeling happy about that and really hyped up for that. But it didn't show a title, it didn't show a release date or anything like that, but it's looking like it's going to be another Bloodborne game. Best narrative went to What Remains of Edith Fitch. Now here's something that really confused me from the show. A 2019 game. Now, we're not even done with it. 2017 is not even over yet. We're not even in 2018 yet. This game called In the Valley of the Gods, coming out in 2019. Did anyone else see that date for 2019? We got our first 2019 game. So, I don't know what to say about that. Unless that was a mistake. Unless it was supposed to come out in 2018. I think it was probably an error, a typo. A game coming out in 2019. We find out a game that's coming out 2 years early in advance. Best action game went to Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus. And then after that was a Warframe trailer contest with trailers created by the players, by actual players of Warframe. GTA 5 has another DLC coming out, a brand new heist, GTA 5 Doomsday Heist, set for December 15th, I think the date was. I could be wrong. World premiere trailer, The Shape of the Water. Our next nominee was Best Art Direction. That went to Cuphead. And then they announced a brand new DLC. It's for Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's going to be called The Champions of Ballad DLC Pack 2, and it's already out. They said tonight, but I'm sure it's already out by now. You guys have a Switch and you own the game, so you guys can check that out and check out The Champions of Ballad DLC Pack 2 if you guys want to. So that's already available by now, I'm sure, by the time this video comes out. Rocket League was announced, was showcased for the Switch. The game's already out, but they just, I guess they decided to throw that out there and advertise it. It might even be a sale for it. Exclusive cars, the Mario design cars, Luigi, and some other different exclusive items for the Rocket League, exclusively for the Nintendo Switch, for different Nintendo related cars and accessories that you can get for your vehicles. I never even played Rocket League before. Now this was one of my favorite nominees. I just being a gamer, I don't know about anyone else out there. I personally enjoyed listening to this. The Industry Icon Award went to Carol Shaw. And just seeing all those classic games just took me back to the old days. I grew up in the 90s for the as a console gamer. I've always been a console gamer. I never played on any other platform besides outside of consoles, even to this very day. And just looking at these classic games, it really made me feel nostalgia. And this was one of the newest nominees. They never did this before for any of these game awards before. Ever since they showed it, they aired it on Spike TV. Even since it's been taken off of television, they never had this nominee for the Industry Icon Award. I really enjoyed this one. Now, for all those fighting game players out there for Soul Calibur, we got Soul Calibur 6. I didn't expect this one. Soul Calibur 6 coming in 2018. And I remember playing the one from Soul Calibur 4. And then I forgot which one was on the GameCube. I think the one for GameCube was the Link exclusive character, and then the one for Xbox had, I think, Yoda. So each version had a different exclusive character, and I don't know if PlayStation had an exclusive character for their version of Soul Calibur. But that was one of the newest games that I didn't really expected to be announced for the show. Best RPG went to Persona 5. Never played Persona before. I never played that before, but this game definitely looked really good. I definitely want to try it and check it out because I love RPGs. I like these type of games. I play different games like Tales of Series, the Disgaea franchise, and all different other JRPGs out there. Best strategy game went to Mario plus Rabbids, or Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Best esports team went to Cloud9. Best family game, Super Mario Odyssey. Most anticipated game, The Last of Us Part 2. That was our winner. Moving on, best debut indie game was Cuphead. So Cuphead ended up winning another award here. Best ongoing game was another new nominee that they added this year for the Game Awards. Now, with the best ongoing game for this nominee, it's just that it's the game that gets continuously gets content added on over and over, kind of continuously over and over. So I thought Grand Theft Auto was going to win, Grand Theft Auto Online, because the game's been out for a while. They continue to make DLC for it, and we already have the Doomsday Heist coming out, and the winner of that was Overwatch, and we already got. I'm going to be playing the winter event. It's going to be my first one playing that. I think the Winter Wonderland event. I think that's what it's called. So that's coming up, I think, either Sunday or Tuesday. I heard it's going to probably be on Tuesday, so I can't wait to check that out. So I went to Overwatch. Also, not to mention, we got some Fortnite news. I love Fortnite. I already won 4 times. I don't care about winning anymore. I actually went off screen a few days ago playing with some of you guys in the squad when I wasn't recording. I got my 4th win. I clutched up being the last guy alive and took out the whole squad, the last remaining squad, or at least most of the squad that was left of what was left of the squad, and ended up getting my 4th win. Now for this Fortnite news, there's a brand new limited time mode called it's going to be 50 versus 50. Now I wonder if you can add more players, or is it just going to be more squads of 4? It would be cool if for this with limited amount of time you could have more than just 4 people, maybe 6 people per team, but I think that would probably be too much. So they're probably going to keep it at 4 people. I'm not too sure. I haven't tried it yet. I definitely want to try this out. Fortnite 50 versus 50, and it's available now. So I plan on playing that either this weekend, maybe tomorrow, or at the most probably this weekend, most likely, for Fortnite Battle Royale. And if you haven't played it, it's free to play. A new world premiere, Fade to Silence, set for December 14. Bayonetta 2, well, Reggie Fils-Aimé ends up coming out after this. And he announced Bayonetta 2, which will also be Bayonetta 2 for the Switch, and it automatically comes with the first Bayonetta game for the Switch right off the bat. And then I thought he was gonna bring out Smash Bros. I was really expecting it. Anyone else was expecting Smash? I wish they had Smash for Nintendo Switch. I don't even have a Switch, but I wish they need to come out with a Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch, in my opinion. But he said, "You thought I'd come out here for one announcement?" And then he announces Bayonetta 3. So it's going to be a third installment of the game. Never played those games before, but they look really good. The winner for best esports player went to Faker. And then next they showed this really interesting game called Death Stranding. I already seen this before. They showed this way back from E3, I believe. And Norman Reedus is in the game. It looked really good. Pretty scary, pretty creepy. I'm really interested in seeing more of this game, Death Stranding. But we already knew this, but it was nice to see some actual, a really good, interesting trailer. It really made me feel weird just watching it. It's just really scary stuff happening there. And then right after that was a music performance by Phoenix. Witchfire was the next world premiere. And then a game called A Way Out. We already seen this before at E3. This was showcased before. There's a brand new trailer. And this time I think the difference was from this, not only outside the trailer, we got an actual release date. So it's going to be March 23rd, 2018. I'm interested in playing this. Now, I don't know who I'm going to play it with, because you need to play with someone. You can't play it by yourself. It's a cooperative game. So I don't know who I'm going to end up playing this with. And if some of you guys asked me if I was going to get it, and if I play it, I only got to pick one person. Or maybe if it comes out down to it, maybe I'll switch off between people and invite different people as I play it. That's what I'm probably thinking of doing if I don't find someone I can play the full game with. Jumanji, the video game, they also showcased the movie that's coming out soon this December with Kevin Hart and The Rock. I love the original Jumanji movie, by the way. I like that movie. Nominee for games for Impact, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and it also won Best Audio Design. Best Student Game, I ended up missing this, so I had to look this up. Level Square. PUBG Desert Map, a new map for PUBG was showcased. The Desert Map coming out early 2018 for Xbox, and then I think they said it's going to be a test server for Steam, or basically for PC, within I think they said midnight Pacific time for tonight, so it probably should be available by now. So we're getting closer to the end of the show. Best performance went to Hellblade. One of the actors, I forgot her name, for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. And then the GTFO game. Yeah, this is actually the name of the game. The GTFO game was showcased, a brand new game for world premiere. Best esports game was Overwatch. And I don't think they announced this, but I was looking through, when I was looking up when I ended up missing one of those other particular nominees, I think it was, earlier in the show, I ended up missing one of them during the Phoenix performance. I ended up finding out best Chinese game was JS3. I don't think they announced that. This game called JS3 HD. And then they showcased a world premiere of Metro Exodus set for fall 2018. Best game or direction went to Zelda Breath of the Wild. And then our game of the year. Now, to finish up the video and the show, basically, Uh, we got Zelda. Now, if you didn't expect this game to win, I was gonna also throw out Super Mario Odyssey. Now, for the nominations for the Game of the Year, you had PUBG, aka Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. You had Persona 5, the best JRPG or RPG of this year. You had Horizon Zero Dawn, pretty good. My personal favorite of the game. One of my personal favorite games I ever played this year, in my opinion, on the PlayStation 4. And then you had Super Mario Odyssey, and then you had Zelda. So Zelda ended up coming out on top. I didn't expect that to win because I thought something I noticed is that it had a lot of hype from behind it. And don't get me wrong, the game's pretty good. I don't have a Switch. I didn't play it. I never played it before. I didn't watch too many videos of it. I've seen trailers of it, heard so much hype about from people who got it, how good it is. Also, alongside of games like Super Mario Odyssey, I heard that game got perfect 10s everywhere. And I don't follow game reviews. I'm my own judge when it comes to video games now. The same thing I could be said for movies. I'm my own judge when it comes to video games. I'm all about the fun, the story. I don't care about the graphics as long as you can have fun and enjoy the game that you're playing. You have likable characters, and a good story that's enjoyable. The game's good. Who cares how the game looks and all that stuff and with the graphics? Yeah, that's just a bonus. But for me, gamers like me, I've never been a graphics person, and I'm sure most people say, "Oh, this might say, oh, this should have won. This should be Game of the Year." But did I even put a single vote for this game? Even though I'm wearing a T-shirt, I didn't. I didn't vote for anything. I just watched the stream because I always enjoy the show. I look forward to it every year, and I like every type of game. I just don't play too many sports games. I'm an all-around gamer. I play all types of games here on my channel, and I grew up playing all these different types of games: RPGs, action adventure, platformer, classic games from the retro days, from Nintendo 64, GameCube, you name it, Sega Genesis, all those different games out there. And I feel like it's something for everyone out there to like. So some people might not be disappointed, but I'm sure most people out there predicted Zelda Breath of the Wild to win because it was just that good of a game. And you had two top Switch games that are must play, must see. Just go-to games for hype. So if you were to get a Switch or you're thinking about getting one, you probably want to get Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild. Those are some of the best games that you could probably get with the system. So I'm not surprised. Zelda's just really up there. But for me, I never played PUBG. I never played Persona 5 before. But those games look pretty good. I basically can say I sort of kind of played a little bit of PUBG because I'm playing Fortnite. I played Fortnite and I won a few times. And the only thing I'm missing is just a couple features that's not available in Fortnite and stuff, some additional customization options and other maps. But I feel like I can basically say I sort of kind of played PUBG. But everyone likes something different, and me personally, Horizon Zero Dawn is one of my favorite games of this year. Some other games I like, Ukulele, because I love the Banjo series. Mass Effect Andromeda was okay, but I would never say it was better than the original. The three other games with Shepard from Mass Effect 1 and 3. There's so many good games out there, but I'm happy with the different awards. I'm glad that some other games got the spotlight instead of just the same games over and over. And I just realized I forgot to mention the best shooter. That's the nominee I was trying to think of earlier in the video from before. Best shooter went to Wolfenstein 2, beating Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, and then some other shooters out there. And from what I found out, World War II got second place, and then Destiny 2 got third. So, see what I'm saying? With just different games out there. And I believe from a couple of years back, Game of the Year was Witcher 3. And who saw that coming when it comes to Game of the Year? But I guess it depends on what kind of games that you guys like. And for me, I'm not upset or, oh, this game should have won and this, but everyone has a personal game. Everyone has a different preference when it comes to video games. It doesn't matter which one, regardless of what games won. They all win. They're all winners because they all got nominated. Look at those. They must be great games because they're all in the top 5. PUBG, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, Odyssey, and Zelda. But that was basically the whole show. And I don't know if I missed an award or a nominee, but I'm sure I got all of them. But I don't know if the best Chinese game was ever mentioned, but it was just something that additional that popped up when I was trying to search up some other nominees I probably missed out on. And the best shooter was something that I never really heard that was announced on the show. But feel free to comment your thoughts about Game of the Year, your top favorite games, and some games that you're looking forward to most. Who saw that Bloodborne 2 coming? Soul Calibur 6 coming out, being showcased. And then feel free to let me know what you guys thought about the show. I can't wait for it next year, because next year, just honestly, just really quickly, you got a lot of games coming out. It's going to be a really tough competition. Kingdom Hearts 3, just really fast. The Spider-Man game, the Kingdom Hearts 3. You got Red Dead Redemption 2. You got God of War. And I'll just throw on Ni no Kuni 2, because I like those type of games. That's going to be pretty good. Monster Hunter. The beta is going to be coming out Saturday, so we get to play that game next year, sometime next year. Soul Calibur 6, we just saw that. And then some other games that's coming out a way out. There's so many different games that's going to be coming. And it's going to be a lot of competition. Don't forget Last of Us 2. It's so many good games going to be coming out. So I know Game of the Year is going to be really competitive next year. All those different types of games coming out throughout the whole year of 2018. That's going to be a ton of games. So that's it for the video, for the Game Awards. I enjoyed it. I had a blast. Zelda ends up winning Game of the Year. And I haven't played too many Zelda games, but it definitely is a likable game and an amazing game, well put together. So congratulations to all the winners, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let me know what you guys thought about the nominees, and comment if you want to, whether you hated it, you loved it, you're disappointed, and maybe some of the games that you enjoyed, and maybe some of the games that you enjoyed this year.